if you pick your own stocks and you think that you don't have the performance you deserve, I will give you in this video 4 tips actionable that you can do to improve your performance, because sometimes you are making a mistake but you don't know it. As you say, you don't know what you don't know. So if you are new to this YouTube channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Nour. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade with a performance of 25% per year. So sometimes I picked some stocks, didn't have a good performance, so you need to reallocate your resources. And let's not waste more time. The first thing to do to check when you see an underperformance, when you see that something is wrong with your portfolio, is to check the price paid. Very easy, to the point. This is my first point. I will not elaborate on this one. Check if you have overbought for a stock. I've made plenty of videos about this. I've been burned personally buying a great stock, a great investment, but I bought at too high a price. Valuation was too high. So what I recommend to my students is to have a clear PE ratio. For example, PE ratio of 30. You never go above 30. You never buy a stock with a PE ratio above 30. It could be 30 or 20 if you want, or 15. Most of the time, as a French person, we have our best investors, and one of the best investors in France is William Higgins. He will never go above a PE of 15. So you get the point, you get the threshold, and you never go above this threshold. If you think that the stock is going down for some reason, check what is the price that you paid for this stock. Maybe valuation was just too high and it was just an intrinsic value problem. In this case, if it is still too high, you can maybe, sell it to buy something more cheap, or maybe you can wait a little bit, but make sure that valuation is not high, is not expensive when you buy. That's really important. At the end of the day, you have a reversion to the mean. So if you buy a stock with 50 times earnings, there is a high chance that that will revert to the mean. Either earnings have to grow a lot or stock has to go down. So I don't know if you want to take the risks, but I don't want to take this kind of risk. I want to invest in winning businesses, winning companies that are bought at a cheap price, at a reasonable price. By the way, if you want to outperform the market with a proven investing strategy, I've created a free guide that shows you how to do it step by step. Just comment guide below and I'll send you the link to access it on demand. Let's check the second thing. Check the moat. The moat is the competitive advantage of a business. In other words, if you want to outperform the market, if you want to have a great performance in the stock market, you want to be invested in great companies that are superior to the average company. You don't want to invest in normal company, mediocre company. You want to invest in superior businesses that have a competitive advantage. What is a competitive advantage? It's a way of being better than competition. For example, Ferrari with their branding, or Coca-Cola with their name recognition, or Facebook, Google with their scale, economies of scale. You have this scaling effect, or cost advantage with Costco. Some businesses are superior to others. If you have bought a stock and you don't have the performance you think you deserve, check the moat. Check if they really have a moat. Check if they are really superior to competition. Maybe they grew a lot recently. That was the reason you bought the stock. And then you have some competitors taking market share out of your company. Maybe this was a problem. Maybe they don't have a moat after all. Maybe they were just lucky for a few years and it will revert to the mean. Don't forget that we are living in an unfair world, capitalistic world, and most of the companies have this reversion to the mean. If you have high margins, expect competition to come for you. Expect competition to be hungry and will come and eat your lunch. So some companies protect their lunch. Some companies sustain these high margins. They have a moat. You have to check what is their moat. If they have a moat, what is their moat? It is name, patents, trademarks, scale, customer relationships. Anything can work, but check if they have a moat. If you invest in a stock that doesn't have a moat, I'm afraid the competition will come for them and eat their lunch, because we are living in a world. These startup companies, these small companies are very, very hungry. This is my point. Third thing, check the growth prospects. Similarly to checking if this company is better than average, you want to check if they grow more than average. You want to check if they will continue to grow as fast as they did in the past. And maybe you are an expert of doing the analysis. Maybe you do the valuation process. Maybe you do a discounted cash flow model, so DCF model, to find the intrinsic value of a business. So when you try in this exercise, for those who don't know, in a DCF model, you try to forecast the cash flow for future years, and you have a present value, so you can determine an intrinsic value of the stock, basically. But in the process, you have to forecast the growth rate. What do you put? Do you think that the company will grow 8%, 12%, 16%, 17%? You don't know. Check the growth prospects. How can you check the growth prospects? How can you be more sure about the forecast in the future? My advice would be to check the track record. Check how much they have grown over the past 10, 20 years, if this was cyclical or not, and check what management said in terms of guidance. Maybe management is very bullish about the company, maybe very optimistic about the company. Check why. Maybe they are right and the company will grow 20% per year, but maybe they are wrong. And how can you check if management is wrong? Again, check the track record. Maybe, let's say this example, you are invested in the stock. You try to do the analysis of a stock, do the valuation, and management right now is expecting like 20% growth over the next 5 years. Wow, that's awesome. Congrats. That's a very good, healthy growth. But if you do the due diligence, you want to check the past guidances. Maybe in 2015, they had the guidance of, we were going to do 20% per year for the next 5 years, from 2015 to 2020. And maybe they did not occur. Maybe instead of doing 20%, they did 6%. Complete fail. Were they incompetent? Were they dishonest? Were they lying? Is this the same CEO? How can you trust them? That's some good questions to ask. So check the growth prospects, check if you can trust the management, check if the guidance is right, and there is maybe a reason why you don't have the performance you deserve. Maybe these companies you are invested in, they have, a bad management, incompetent management, lying management, so there is a discount to having a bad management, so stocks go down. And the last point is understanding something the market doesn't. To outperform the market, you need to be smarter than the market. You need to be wiser than the market. You need to have, as we have the same level of information everywhere, information is public, you have a lot of noise, you need to detect information, analyze information better than average. So you need to understand something that the market doesn't, and be a little bit early or be a little bit astute. Or that's why the reason I tell my students to focus, to start doing the analysis of companies you are familiar with. MacBook, I have a MacBook, so you can start analyzing Apple. I have an iPhone, so you have Apple. I listen to music on Spotify, analyze Spotify. I use eBay to buy some stuff, analyze eBay. You are a customer, you know how it works, you know the user experience, and you know something that maybe the market doesn't. If you want to buy a sexy stock in India and you never tried the product, how can you know something the market doesn't? I'm French. I've never been to India. I would never buy an Indian stock. I don't have the Indian culture. I don't know how they operate as a business. I can read books, watch interviews, but I lack something. I miss something else. I'm not a customer of this Indian market. And similarly, you can stay with your circle of competence. To outperform the market, you need to understand something that the market doesn't. And if you adjust and apply all these 4 criteria, these 4 points, you will increase drastically your performance over the long term.
If you liked this video and you want to go deeper, I've created a free guide called How to Outperform the Market with a proven investing strategy. Inside, I show you the exact method that helped me generate 25% per year, including how to build a framework you trust, how to find great stock ideas, and how to build a winning portfolio. It's the same process I use for my own portfolio, and it's 100% free to download. Comment guide below or click the link in the description to access your free investing guide. Just go down there, click the link, follow the instructions on the next page, and I will email you the guide 100% for free.